Hey everybody, Sab, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to do an updated check-in kind of thing about my vision board. So I did this last year, and then I did another one at the beginning of this year. I did a video on it. I'll link it below, just where I talked about what I put on here. So a few things have kind of changed around with this, and I made a little bit of progress on some of them. And what I did was I just took a piece of like cardstock paper. You can do it on regular printer paper or notebook paper or whatever you want. I just did it on cardstock so it would be a little more sturdy. And then I take a push pin and put it on my wall next to my desk. You can do it wherever you want. I like it on the wall where I can see it, so I can keep my focus on my goals here. So sorry if that's like, I know you can hear that in the microphone. So what I did was I put quite a few different goals on here. I know I probably, like, realistically I'm not going to be able to do every single one of them, but they're all stuff that I want to at least work towards this year, not like accomplish every single thing. So the original ones that I put here are in red, or I mean, wait, the original ones are in the black, and I did like my lovely little artwork next to them. And then I recently went through and just kind of edited some of them or marked my progress and in red. So I'm just gonna go through each one and kind of talk about it a little bit, just give you an update. I know it's not even halfway through the year, it's the beginning of May. In my last video I said March, so I'm like behind in my head. So a few things have kind of changed around. So what video was it? My April no-buy check-in, and my April budget video, I kind of talked about this a little bit. But one of my goals for this year was to buy a house, but actually after like researching and talking to people about it, like loan officers and realtors and things, I decided not to do that. I mean, I won't say that I'll never buy a house, because that's like, I can't say that I'll never do something, because it usually means I'm going to do it. So, but where I am realistically right now in my life with my finances and everything, buying a house is not going to work. Because I am spending so much of my money, pretty much all of my expendable income is going towards paying off my debt, and then once that's paid off, then I will be putting it all towards savings. So I won't have, I'm gonna bite the bullet, and at the end of this month, whatever, because I have, and I'm like rambling about other stuff, but my one credit card, I did a balance transfer to, because it's going to start accruing interest, like the 0% period is going to be up soon. So but I did a balance transfer, and I didn't get approved for enough on the new card to cover like all of it. So what I'm going to do is pay off whatever I can from my paychecks this month, and then take my savings, I know this is like really scary, but take my savings and just pay that off, because it's going to save me a lot of money in the long run, because of the interest. So with that being said, I'm not going to have a down payment for a house, because you need at least 3.5%, but if you get an FHA loan, but if you get like a conventional mortgage, it's like 20%. That would not work. And then, so with all that expendable income going towards that, I'm not going to be able to afford the payment for a house. So I just don't want to put myself in hot water right off the bat, because it's not a good thing. And I considered like getting a house and fixing it up and then renting it out, but that's a lot of work. So I crossed that out and wrote thank you next, because I am going to pay off my debt, save up, and then leave on a indefinite trip across the US. So if you're interested in that at all, it'll probably be a little while, but I'm going to document that on this channel. Just like fixing up the RV and traveling and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, buying a house is not on my radar right now. And then the next one I put is pay off 5K of debt. So I don't know how much I paid off so far this year, but I should be, if it goes according to plan, like I mentioned in my budget video, I should be able to pay it off by February of 2020. But if I am able to, like, if I make extra money from somewhere like overtime at work or whatever, then I should be able to pay it off sooner than that. So that's more than 5K, so I think I'll be able to actually exceed this one. And then set up my sewing studio. So that was originally supposed to kind of go along with the house thing, like I get a 2 or 3 bedroom and then have like my own whole room dedicated to my sewing studio, because right now it's in my room. This is my office, my sewing studio, my filming room, my bedroom. So having my own place to do that would be very helpful, and I'm not like stepping over myself in here. So, but if everything goes according to plan, my brother, his room is across the hall. Well, not really. It's like my door, the bathroom, and then his door is like right across from mine. So he's gonna move into the basement, and then I'm going to be able to expand across into that room too. So that would be very helpful, and I could, because in order to be able to take my trip, I'm going to have to make income from somewhere. So I'm going to, I'm focusing on making crochet patterns, because you can sell those digitally, and just stuff that I can do to make money on the road. So like that kind of thing is kind of like passive income, but not really. And then I can make stuff to sell in the meantime to save up. And then the next one, I put save at least 3K toward a Tesla. Again, just because of the RV thing. Sadly, you can't pull an RV with a Tesla. I wish you could, because that would be my first choice, but I am going to at least try to save 3K for my van RV configuration. And maybe when I get back, that'll be my first priority, is the Tesla. So I wish I would hurry up and come out with this Tesla truck, because that would be fabulous. I just don't know if they won't have much towing capacity though, because you can, and if you don't care about this, sorry, but you can tow with a Tesla Model X, but people who've tried it said that it reduces the range by like 50%, which is horrible. Anyways, so then the next one I put is get monetized on YouTube. So I did also expand this to add both of my channels. So I have this channel, my personal one, and then I have one for my business, Cruelty Free Stitchery, which actually is just under my name right now. But I don't know if I should change it or like make it Cruelty Free Stitchery, or if I should just leave it as my name. I don't know. But I want to get monetized on both of them, because that would be, I do plan to make videos here and for that channel while I'm on the road. I just need to find some kind of like table setup to where I can do that, because videos for that channel are typically like face down where I'm crocheting or something. So getting monetized both of those would help a lot with my travel and stuff, and then it would also help me put more back into the channel and create more content. It's not just because I want to make, thousands of dollars or whatever. It's just a little bit to help with the expenses. And then the next one, I put read one book of the Bible every month. I did pretty good the first couple months. I definitely fell off, and I need to get that started back up again. And then complete a year-long no-buy. So I am still working on that. It's now May, so I'm doing it I started it in December, so I'm doing it for 5 months. And I'm doing pretty good. Last month was kind of, I bought a few things that I kind of needed, but I kind of also could have put off too. And then declutter until everything has a place. That one, that's going to take a while, especially having to move into an RV from having like a whole room. That's going to be a fun process. And then I wrote in one for Quilty Free Stitchery, my website. This is quiltyfreestitchery.com, and I want that to be self-sufficient with ads rolling on it. I know I'm still kind of trying to figure out the whole website thing, and so if I look at it like on my computer, I can't see any ads, so I don't know if they're working or not. But if you let me know, go. I think I have it linked in the description box, quiltyfreestitchery.com. See if you can see any ads on it, because I don't know, but I don't get that much traffic anyways, and you have to have quite a bit of traffic to be able to make any money off of ads. And that would help with my trip too. That's one of the ways that I'm planning on making money while I'm on the road, is just my crochet patterns and like articles that I write on there, and just the ads from that. And then one I added in at the top here, finished manuscript of book. So I am like way far away from even like having a whole chapter written, but while we were camping, I came up with this idea of writing a story based, kind of like inspired by that camping trip. It's kind of like a, well, I originally wanted it to be like a true horror story, but my family kind of, I talked to them about it, and they kind of suggested that I go into that like Scream or Scary Movie type thing where it's like a comedy horror. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but that would be awesome too if I could get that like self-published. I can use that as my income as well. And the next one I put grow cruciferous citrus to 5 figures. So I'm not getting there anytime soon, like right now. I don't do that well with advertising. Like I don't know, I just feel weird like talking about the products and stuff, like trying to sell them. So I've just kind of been like waiting on sales to pick up from Etsy. Like I get one maybe every couple weeks right now, but they usually does pick up around December, November for like Christmas gifts, but 5 figures is kind of a stretch. But that would be awesome, like a nice surprise if I was able to do that by the end of the year. Which would also mean more taxes, but you know. And then I want to participate in at least one craft show. So there's one coming up in October, like the beginning of October, where my grandparents live, and I want to see if my grandma wants to do it with me. I was supposed to call her yesterday, but I forgot. So I wanted to ask her about it, and so we can book the spot and everything. Which that'll be kind of a new experience, and I don't have like that much inventory built up. So I do have a list of all of the inventory and like numbers and stuff that I want to make up. Like so I sell my reusable cotton rounds and the wipes, and then I have like crochet stuff like scarves and like the produce bags and stuff like that. And I have like a goal amount of each one that I want to at least have on hand for sales or for craft shows. That way I'm not like scrambling at the last minute if I sign up for a craft show. But also my problem with that is this one, it's just where it is, like where they live in, it's in eastern Kentucky, and I don't think that the market for like eco-friendly stuff has quite reached there yet, so I don't know how well I might rely on my crocheted stuff for that one. And then the next one is to start 3 new product lines. So I did put 2 check marks in there because I have started 2 new lines this year. So I did the bags earlier this year, like in February, and then I did the wipes last month in April. And then I think I have 2 more in the works actually. I'm going to do the mesh produce bags, and then I'm going to do mason jar cozies. So mason jar cozies would kind of be more targeted towards if you take your mason jars to like bulk stores to fill up, you could the cozies would kind of protect them from like clanging together. And then also if you drink out of mason jars, it would like help with the sweat of the bottle and or like, you know, the condensation on the outside of the jar, and keep it insulated as well. So I'm still like in the development process of that. I haven't really started much of it yet, but I need to get a move on and get that going. So, and then the last one here was originally I wanted to establish one wholesale account, but that's probably not going to work now that I am. I don't want to get that kind of thing started because then I'm going to have to keep up with it because I'm going to be on the trip. I don't want to have to deal with, you know, several $100 orders, which would be nice, but I don't think I'm going to have the time and the resources to be able to keep up that kind of volume of orders. So I don't want to like tell people no, or like if I get one started, like even if I started one tomorrow, then they want to order it while I'm away. Well, what am I supposed to do? Like I'm be on the road. So so I changed that to $500 a month from pattern sales. So that's going to be a lot. I'm going to have to really kind of up my game with the patterns and stuff, because right now I've just kind of done like really easy, simple, free ones, and I kind of feel weird like charging for really simple patterns that you could probably make yourself if you thought about it, which is why I made them, because they were pretty simple to make. So I need to get, I guess, kind of push myself to make more complicated stuff to be able to like charge for it, because a lot of pattern makers will put the pattern for free on their website, but then they'll also have it like on Etsy or on this site called Ravelry, and like charge a couple dollars for it, for like with no ads and like a printable version. So I might consider doing that. So that was it for my vision board. So as of like my plans for like a little bit past 2019, my goal is to, by the end of 2020, around like maybe fall 2020, be able to have, you know, like all my stuff paid off and have Quarter Stitcheries like self-sufficient as my income, making some money from this channel, from the other channel, and be able to afford to hit the road. So, and then of course have my RV and all that kind of stuff as well. So I know a couple of you have already told me your goals, like some people have said they wanted to get an RV too, or if you're paying off debt, let me know what your goals are for the rest of this year, or indefinitely, stuff that you want to do or save up for. And yeah, let me know down below, and give this video a thumbs up if you thought it was interesting, and subscribe so you don't miss any other videos, and to follow along on my journey, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.